Good morning, everyone. Good, grateful morning. I'm Lisa from Crafting and Cruising, and my husband just left for out of town, so he's not here with me as my sidekick, and I usually depend on him for comments. But he did help me a little bit with this project. So we're going to give Regina just a couple of minutes. Hey, my sweet Joyce. To finish up on her craft. She is doing a beautiful, beautiful mosaic. And all of our crafters today are over on the Crafty Bunch. So if you're not following the Crafty Bunch on Facebook, it's a free group. You need to go over there and follow them. And then every time there is an event, which is usually at least 3 times a week, you can get on there and see all different crafters doing all manner of projects that are so good. So I encourage you to join the Crafty Bunch page. You're probably seeing me on my page right now. The Crafty Bunch will share me over to the Crafty Bunch page. And I'm just going to refresh my computer up here so maybe I can look at comments. Let me mute it so it won't have my voice coming on. Y'all, I hate hearing my voice. Ooh, I hate it. So, yes, make sure you're joining the Crafty Bunch. This morning, starting early, we've already had Angie from the Crafty Bunch by Rustic Daisies. Angie is the founder of this page and one of the admins. We've had Stephanie from Honey and Bear Creates, Hunny. I think that's so cute. Jennifer from Studio J Company. Cheryl from Mama P's Crafty Creations. And then Regina, who may be finishing up right now, right before me, at Sweet and Sassy Crafting. And then following me will be Jimmy Lou with the Messy Craft Corner. And I have put her link in the description of this video. Hey, Jeannie's Palette, good morning. So that's who went before me, y'all. Already in just the short amount of time we've been awake today, we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crafters on the Crafty Bunch. I'm number 6, and they go all the way through the day. So all you have to do when each crafter gets through is refresh the Crafty Bunch page. Thank you. And then you can see the next crafter, so you don't have to go on every crafter's page. So make sure you refresh your page, make sure you join the Crafty Bunch, it's free to join. And then you just refresh your page and you'll be there. Hey, Sparky Chris Castelli, how are you, my friend? So Rodney and I are actually house sitting and cat sitting this weekend for some friends, a girl that I went to, well, back then we said junior high with, junior high school. Now we say middle school. And they live on the Cumberland River in Ashland City, Tennessee. So I'm going to real quickly stand up and turn you around and turn the camera around so you can see the view. Can you see the water down there? Hey, Lisa's Craft House. Good morning. There's a beautiful garden right there. Now, y'all, is this geraniums? I don't know. I don't know my flowers. And then she's got a greenhouse right there. And then way in the distance, if you can see, there's a boathouse. It's got a pontoon boat we took out. Hey, Mary Miller. Good. I'm glad you're relaxing. Yes, I'm relaxing for sure. It is so peaceful and so quiet here. So I'm thrilled that you all have decided to join us today. Let me try to sit you back down carefully without making you sick. Some of this I'm going to sit down for, and some of it I'm going to stand up for. So let me tell you what we're doing. We, as you can tell, are making a flag. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the process. And by the way, since my husband is not here to remind me of time, and since I wasn't sure if I could set an alarm on my phone that I'm coming to you from without interrupting the live, I need somebody to let me know when it's 8:58 so I can start wrapping it up. So will you please just type in the comments, Joyce, whoever else is on here, just keep typing 8:58 until I acknowledge it so I won't be late, because I don't want to take any of Jimmy Lou's time. So these right here are sticks. We planted some plum trees a few years ago, and these are where the growth has come through, you know, where you have to prune them down every year so that you can get new growth. Hey, Regina. Hey, Christina. I'm so glad y'all are here. So these are sticks. They're different sizes, pretty close to the same size, that Rodney has cut off. And then he drilled holes in the end. These didn't get them, but you'll see in a minute when I do the other ones. So we drilled holes so that I can run some of this. This is like fishing twine. You can't break it. And it's got, he said it's got some kind of like a waxy finish on it. So it's very, very sturdy. So what we did was we laid out the sticks and decided how long or how big we wanted the flag to be, but then we had to kind of come up with the proportions. Well, in order to make it look like a flag and not be real short and narrow or, you know, skinny, we decided that we were going to do 2 of each color, red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. Hey, Debbie. So that's why you see 2 here, just to make the stripes wider. Now, I'm not a math person. My husband, fortunately, is. So last night, when we were getting ready, I said, you know what? I need to lay the stars out, and we'll talk about the stars in a minute. And we tried to lay out 50 stars, and we couldn't make it even. And I was like, that's not something I can do, honey. Hey, Betty Henry, welcome, welcome. I said, you're going to have to figure that out. Hey, Sharon Halverson, sister. So, y'all, he sat down with a piece of postal box and made a grid. He worked for hours on this grid trying to figure it out. Finally got it figured out, and then cut me one piece so that I can use it as a guide for where to place my stars. And that gets 49 stars, and then I'm just going to have to cheat and put the 50th on somewhere. You know, Betty Ross didn't have 49 to worry about, plus she was doing it with fabric, so. But, you know, we'll do the best we can, so at least I have this little guide. Now, for the stars, I went to the Dollar Tree, and I got the aluminum cookie sheets. You probably saw me use them last week. Hey, Terry, there's 2 in a pack, okay? And I'm going to show you, let me move you up, what we did. Let me move it over here. Sorry, y'all. I'll show you what we did. I'll tilt you down a little bit. So, Rodney made me a pattern out of just a piece of cardboard. I took a blue pen and traced around the pattern. And then I just took regular scissors. This is very thin aluminum. And what I did was start on the outside and cut in. So he figured out at one point, how many draws we had to make with the pen, and then how many cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to take 10 cuts per star. So that means we had to do 500 cuts to get them off. I know, don't cut yourself. Hey, Chandra, welcome, welcome. So that's how we cut the stars out. Let me move you back now. And then, well, let me show you one more thing while we're here. See down here on the ends where he drilled holes. Can you see the holes right here? And on the very ends, we numbered them. I don't know if you can see the numbers or not, so that we would not get out of order. Because all I need to do is get out of order and then have to start it all over again. So, I'm going to turn my glue tool on. Now, here's the colors that I used. We took these outside here and laid them on a shower curtain. And I used the Rust-Oleum 2X, two of them. American Accents Ultra Cover Paint and Primer Flat for the white. Then I used the Rust-Oleum Stops Rust Gloss Protective Enamel in Sunrise Red. And it's a beautiful red, y'all, and it's got a real nice sheen to it. So I love that. And then I used the Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2X in deep blue. And it's a pretty good blue. It could stand to be a little bit, thank you so much, Jeannie. It could stand to be a little bit darker, but it's not bad. Not bad. Hey, Sassy Seahorse Creations back at. Okay, so I think I've showed you all the things. I'm just going to use hot glue on the stars. Now, this is probably going to hang outside on my house. And sometimes in the heat of the summer, hot glue doesn't hold. If it doesn't, then I'll just go back and use something like Stick Fast or something like that, or maybe Stick Fast and hot glue, okay? Just make sure if you use Stick Fast and hot glue, you don't use them right on each other, okay? They need to be next to each other. So I'm going to turn you this way. And what we're going to do, I'm going to stand up, you guys. What we're going to do is continue stringing our pieces together. Now, I have to look on the side and have the numbers turn the right direction. So when I put the strings in, I will make sure that the right part is up, because these, of course, are going to be the blue. So we first spray painted them all white, and then we decided that we could go back and paint the red and the blue more easily if they were all white, because if they had been just the regular wood color, it would have been really hard to get a good coverage. So I'm going to do this first, and that way if I run out of time and I can't get the other one strung, then you will at least see this with the stars. So this is something that I can use for Memorial Day, 4th of July. It's really something that you can leave out all year long. Thank you for following me, Simply Bewitched Crafts. I appreciate you so much. If you guys aren't following Crafting and Cruising, I hope you will go there and give us a follow. We have so much fun, and we do a variety of kinds of crafts, including watercolor, which really has always been my passion and is my medium of choice. So, whoops, would love to have you follow us. And y'all make sure on all these crafters pages, make sure first of all that you're following, and then go up to your notification settings and just double check and make sure that your notifications for all videos or all posts are turned on. And if I were you, I would recommend you check that pretty regularly, because I think what we've been finding out is that sometimes people's notifications get turned off without anybody knowing. And then you wonder, well, why didn't I know you were on? Well, because your notifications were turned off, and it wasn't because you turned them off. It's because they got turned off maybe by somebody else. Okay, so now what I'm doing with this, by leaving this end in here, the other side will also have a long end, and then I can take these and tie across the top to hang it on a nail outside. Do I know Melanie? I don't think I know Melanie. I've been taking watercolor, I took watercolor, I should say, classes for years and years. And then my teacher moved to Atlanta, and so I stopped taking, and I've had the opportunity to present on a couple of Crafters pages recently, so I decided I'm going to get back into it. Okay, so I think my glue gun, oops, shouldn't have said that, glue tool. Y'all, this is a Ryobi, super duper hot. Don't anybody yell at me, I don't have my finger protectors. I know I should. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start at the top, and I'm gonna lay this down, and I'm just going to put a dot of glue and a star. A dot of glue where the X is, and a star. See how fast this goes. When you got everything done, then it's really easy. Well, y'all, that one went under the table. And I'm not worried about, oh, are they up straight or whatever. You know, when people are looking at it from a distance or seeing it hanging on the side of my house, they're gonna know that it's a star. I think I'm gonna do this. And that's the most important thing. So if another reason we were struggling a little bit with this is because I'm a very detailed person. I don't like doing things halfway. So if I was going to do a star, I wanted the number of stars to be right, and I wanted the placement to be right. So we had to go on the internet to learn just exactly how it was laid out initially. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over this way. I'm going to skip this row, and I'm going to go to the third row. Okay? And everywhere there's an X, I'm going to put a star. So let's do 3 at a time for the sake of time. Okay. I hear some children playing out on the water. Summer is here, y'all. And I'll tell you what I do not like. My pet peeve is glue boogers, which has nothing to do with the children playing in the summer. I don't like glue strings everywhere. Drive me crazy. Hey, Lydia, how are you? Hey, Maria Chapman, sister, how are you? So glad to see you this morning. I know for those of y'all on the West Coast, this is very early. Okay, let's see. So see, this really helped having these little things cut out and having this little guide. Y'all, if Rodney had not made me this little guide, I would have been in trouble. Now, I thought it was supposed to be 6'5". 6'5". Let's see. 6, 12, 18, 24, 34, 44. Well, if I'm not doing it right, I can go back and redo it. Right? It's been in the 90s. Y'all, it was 80-something here yesterday morning when we left to go have lunch with my granddaughter for her birthday. Whew, it was hot. And it got a lot hotter than that, too. Now, the good thing about hot melt glue is you can go back and pull these little glue boogers off. And if you end up putting it in the wrong place, the glue will come back off. Now, the downside is that sometimes it'll take the paint off with it. And when I got ready to do some touch-up paint last night, I knew it was going to be very difficult to try to match colors with acrylic paints, to match these exact colors that I had done the, hey Terry Chisholm, sweet sister, hey Pam, that I had done the sticks with. Guess I should put that back up there, huh? So, Rodney took the spray paint can outside the garage, and in the lid, he just sprayed a bunch of paint. and brought it back in so I could touch up with it. It dries out pretty quickly, but you can still do it. Okay, so we did 1, skip a row, 2, skip a row, 1. Now we're gonna skip a row and we're gonna go to 2. I hope everybody is having a fabulous morning so far and it's gonna make it a really good day today. You know, my tagline is kind of go out and bless somebody today and be blessed. All we have to do is listen to the birds sing, look around in nature like I'm looking at right now to see how good God is and how blessed we are. And this day and time, y'all, people need a blessing, and that blessing may just be a smile on your face when you're standing in a grocery store. Uh-oh. Oops, see, I made a mistake. I started talking. And I went on the wrong one. So, as I was saying, before I rudely interrupted myself, sometimes it may be nothing more than a smile to somebody behind you in line. Maybe even standing out at the gas pump, you know, when somebody else is pumping gas. Maybe just to say, hey, how are you today? How's your day going? And when you leave, say, have a blessed day. I've had several people in like convenience stores and restaurants lately say to me, I hope you have a blessed day. Hey, Bella Lena Boutique, how are you, sister? I hope you're doing great. But there's so many different ways to bless people. You don't have to do it financially, guys. My granddaughter, one of my granddaughters, who is now 10. She just turned 10. They live in Kentucky, and she told me one time, she said, Lolly, sometimes when Mom takes us to get fast food, I ask her if we can just go find a homeless person and give them the food. Y'all, that touched my heart so much. I thought, this child gets it. She gets it. Hey, sweet Grace, how are you, sister? She really gets it. And this day and time, we all could use a smile, a how are you, hope your day's going great, maybe help somebody with their groceries to the car if you see them struggling, like a mama with a crying baby, or, you know, there's just all kinds of opportunities to be able to, I actually didn't line those up too well, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, this is supposed to be 1. Okay, skip this one and then go to this one. So we all need a little happiness, a little extra joy. And you know, there is a difference in happiness and joy. Have you ever thought about that? Happiness comes from stuff or things, but joy comes from within. So we can find joy in everything if we try. We might, we've got about 7 minutes left, so might be able to get all the stars on. I don't think we're going to have time to string the other side together, but it's just like this side that I already showed you how I finished. I don't have to worry about looking at the numbers on the other side because they're already together on this end. And thank goodness for this pattern Rodney made for me, or I would have been a lost ball in high weeds, you guys. So I will post a picture in the Crafty Bunch when I get through. And as I said at the beginning, Jimmy Lou with the Messy Craft Corner follows me. And there were, I think, 5 crafters before me this morning. Y'all, they must be real early birds. And this girl here, she's not an early bird. I don't like getting up early. So there's several you can go back and watch, and to join the Crafty Bunch is free. And they just continue growing and growing and growing, y'all. And there's so many cool crafters on here with fabulous ideas. Regina before me did a beautiful cross mosaic with glass that was just so pretty. And I had put on there that my mother had designed stained glass door for their house. She's been gone for several years now. And when she passed away, the people that bought her house asked me, did I want the stained glass door, because they were going to change it out. And I said, I would love to have it. It was a big, heavy wood door. So Rodney went to pick it up and had it propped up on my art studio. And while we were out of town one time, a huge storm came through with really high winds and knocked it over. And I didn't know it until a couple days later. I was on my way out to my studio, and y'all, I saw it laying face down and my heart sunk. It had the most beautiful blue and yellow stained glass in it, and it was all broken. And I was crushed. But to be able to remember my mom, I'm gonna then recycle that stained glass. My mother was a very devout Christian, loved the Lord with all of her heart. So I too am gonna make a cross in memory of her. Okay, y'all, so now, where are we in time? We've got 4 minutes left. So, hey, Aileen. How are you? My son I lost gave his shirt on his back to a homeless man. That's so precious. Hey, from the UK, Laura, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Okay, y'all, I'm going to turn this around just so you can kind of see what it looks like all laid out. And I realize the camera's backwards. But see, we just recycled sticks from the garden. Hey, Connie. I did have to buy the paints. We recycled, you'll see the view again. Let me show you the view on the river. We recycled some wire that's used in fishing. Hey, Connie from Virginia. Thank you, Simply Bewitching Crafts. I appreciate you. And then I did purchase aluminum cookie sheets. Thank you, Terry. Cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree. So that was $1.25, but y'all, I didn't even use a whole one. I've got some stuff. Thank you, Jeannie. I've got some stuff that I can actually, you know, make with that too. So I'm going to take this. Now you'll notice there's a loop in one end. Let me turn you more this way. You can see. There's a loop in one end. So I'm going to go up with my stick and I'm going to start threading. Now I'm going to pull it through pretty quick because Ronnie says that the further up you get, the harder it is to pull it through. So don't forget, after me is the Messy Craft Corner with Jimmy Lou. I don't know if y'all have ever watched her junk journaling or not, but she is the junk journal queen. And she's a new grandmama of a precious grandbaby. Oh, so cute. And congratulations, Jimmy Lou, on that baby. And again, I hope you will make sure you're following the Crafty Bunch. It's a free group. And y'all, there's nothing I love more, and I'll be doing this today, than sitting out here by this peaceful surrounding with the birds chirping. There's a little duck with the bright green head that's taken up residence here outside. So I'm going to feed the duck. I'm going to sit down by the fire pit in the shade and watch the other crafters. In case y'all didn't know, when you get on and watch a crafter, even if you're doing something else, and many times I'm crafting, but when you turn on their page and you watch them, y'all, It keeps their numbers up in the algorithm. Well, I'm gonna have to open this one up a little more. And it really does help. It also helps if you send some hearts and make comments, even if you're just interacting with one another. That helps a whole lot. So y'all, I will go back and watch and read all the comments, and if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Again, my page is Crafting and Cruising, the Southern style, so there's no G on anything. You can always personal message me if you have prayer requests. I love praying for people. It's my honor and my privilege and my joy to pray for others. And or you can email me at craftandcruise@gmail.com. Spell out the word and. I got 1 minute left. Rodney's not here, but maybe he's talking. Is he on here? Oh, he is. I guess he's watching while he's driving to the airport, y'all. 2 minutes. I'm almost to my time. Don't forget to go watch Jimmy Lou, Messy Craft Corner. And these 2 strings now, one on each end, I'm going to take and tie them together in the center. And then I can hang them inside or outside. And I am so, so very grateful you all got on with me today and helped my morning go by faster. And I hope each one of you has a very blessed day, and I hope you have an opportunity to go out and bless someone in the same way that you've been blessed. So don't forget, just refresh the page. All you have to do, if you're on the Crafty Bunch page, not my page, but if you're on the Crafty Bunch page, all you have to do is refresh the page and the next crafter will come on. Okay, you guys, I love you so much and I appreciate you being here. Hi, Jane. Talk to you later. Bye.